What's up, y'all? Don't mind me looking a little rough today. I'm clean though. Took a shower. Um, the Montgomery Brawl. Those of y'all who know me, I'm not from Montgomery, but my home state, Bama, that's home for me. So y'all know I gotta put my 2 cent. Fuck that inflation. I'm putting 5 cent, 10 cent in this. It was a beautiful thing to see folks show up and show out. First, it honestly shouldn't even got to that point. Number one, the man was just doing his job, and what's crazy is those people who saying that the folks was wrong for coming to his aid. Y'all are usually the same ones that say, "Oh well, when the police give you a command or give you or tell you something, comply or follow the rules." He was giving them not a command, but the rules are, that's where the boat was supposed to be parked or docked, so the next folks can get on and the other folks can get on. But they weren't trying to hear it. So that tells me, had the dude been white, telling them to please move their boat, I'm pretty sure they would have moved it. But anyway, also earlier that day, that orange thing, Agent Orange, was in town speaking. So, he got folks gassed up like he always does. Look what happened January 6, 2021, right? So, with that being said, then folks gassed up, black man just doing his job. All of a sudden, they jump on him and all hell breaks loose. Now, I applaud the young white man who tried to come in and help out, even though he got socked in the mouth and he said, screw it. But I give him, I respect that. The brother who came down and started pulling folks off of him. Then of course, what y'all say, Pookie Phelps, Aquaman, whichever one. Dude, 16 years old, dove in that water and he swam from a distance. You understand? And came out there. And folks try to say at first he ain't do that, but once the other video showed up, dude came out there throwing them bows after doing all that swimming. So with that being said, people say, they don't condone violence and all that stuff, but yet, let's look at the history of America. America is a very violent, evil place. Look at the history. Not to mention history, that same river is where they brought the slaves and sold them off. And how ironic, the name of that boat was the Harriet Tubman. That was the ancestors. That was the spirits of the ancestors with us that day. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I was there. Oh, I wish I was there. I would have had my brother's back. And he's not my blood brother, but it shouldn't even got to that point. But the fact that people stepped in and did something finally was good. 500 years and counting, we are tired. Now, obviously, everybody ain't out against us. There are people from other sides of the fence who support what happened in regards to the coming to the defense of that man. Okay? Understand this. Forced into slavery. People force themselves on us sexually. Was used, our babies back then were used as alligator bait. We've been lynched, forced to pick cotton, beaten, and then after that, Jim Crow, segregation. Can't use this water fountain. Can't you go to this store? Can't use this library. A lot of stuff, being told no to. And even to this day, a lot of places still don't want to hire us. But that's another story for another day. But the point is, a people who've been taking so much abuse in many different forms, the pot finally boiled over. This should have boiled over a long time ago. Because at the end of the day, just like any other race of people, we love our families. We have people who love us. We have people we love. And if somebody harms them, we're supposed to protect them. Or if somebody's harming me, I would hope somebody had my back. Vice versa, if I needed it. One-on-one, most likely I don't need no help. One-on-two, most likely I don't need no help. One-on-three, but one-on-eight, I'm a big bad dude, but it ain't that bad. One-on-eight, they thought dude wouldn't have no help. And once them folks was able to get off that boat, I ain't gonna lie, I wish more folks would have swam, but that's okay. And what's crazy, the folks who started the shit, they was sitting right there on that boat chilling like ain't nothing happened. But then when them folks got off that boat, once they was able to dock it, and they was still there, like folks ain't recognize y'all. Come on now. Usually the folks who initiate shit like this are usually the stupidest people. People want to say, oh, it's not about race. It's Alabama. Now, not everybody's race is there, but that state has a very, very dark history in regards to black folks. Again, that riverfront is where they used to dock the slave ships and bring the slaves and sell them into slavery. So therefore, I'm pretty sure the ancestors of some of those slaves still live in Montgomery to this day, and the ancestors of those who started the assault probably still live there to this day. So everything in America is race related, whether you want to admit it or not. Now, a lot of you hate having that discussion. Why does it have to be about race? You hate talking about race. Try experiencing this shit. And people say, oh, well, black people can be racist too. No, we can be prejudiced. Racism is systemic. We didn't create the system that's designed and geared to benefit only white people. Systemic. Now, not prejudice ain't that good either. But for some black people, all they've experienced with white folks is hate. Now, I'm smart enough to know that everybody's not like that, but at my experiences were different. Well, I had bad experiences and I had good experiences. Some of my white friends, how I'm on here talking, some of them go hard just like I do. Some go harder. Some of them are not afraid to check their family members who are like that, or their friends who are like that, or other random people who are like that. And those of you who out there who check folks like you should, I salute you. We need more like you. But the dude who was swinging the chair. Let me tell you something. That lady who caught that lick, that whop, that seat, first class, her ass was out there hitting on a man earlier. Matter of fact, I think she was hitting him. But regardless, had she not been doing what she was doing, she wouldn't have got that lick. She wouldn't have got that lick. That's just what it is. Again, it shouldn't even have gotten to that point. But it's crazy how when black folks defend themselves, it's a problem. But then when it's the other way around, if we initiate the shit, the media will put a whole nother spin on it. A lot of people, got their takes on it on TikTok, got the video on their TikTok profiles, but TikTok going through cutting that shit down. I think Instagram is too. A lot of folks was mad with Django when, the slave was getting the slave master's ass. Yeah, the folks didn't like that. But when it's the other way, it's history. But when the slaves were rebellious, I didn't like this movie. It just wasn't it. I loved Django. I loved it. Beautiful movie. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? This is the world we live in. When it comes to us getting the abuse and the mistreatment, most people are fine with it. But when we finally stand up, it's a problem. So again, shout out to Montgomery 334. Shout out to all those who stepped in to help out to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chair Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, whichever you want to do. Josh Gibson, 75 homers in the Negro League. You know what I'm saying? In one season. I got a podcast. Those of you still listening, it's called Real Life Matters on Spotify, and it's a couple other outlets too, but mostly Spotify. I might have to jump on there later on and get in more about this. You know what I mean? Those of you who don't have short attention spans, because I can talk. Those of y'all who know. But anyways, hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Peace. Love y'all.